good day for you so far, aside from having to talk to media people?
Yeah, it's been nice.
That is
Chill.
a hell of a setup behind you. Synths on one side, guitars on the other side, but you're a drummer, so you play a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, I do. I play drums, but I'm more mainly really into like the production side of things and writing songs with everyone. So
Got it. So Lily's not the only creative outlet for you.
yeah.
Cool. So the band is called a Los Angeles band. Did everyone grow up in Los Angeles?
Yeah, we all did. Half of us are from the Valley, and half of us are from more like mid city and Hollywood. But
Hmm.
now we're all in the Valley, so
Hmm.
yeah.
So who did you go to school with or know of the other guys?
I went to I met Dylan at a music school when I was like, I don't know, like 8. And then I also met Sam there when I was 11. And then I met Charlie in high school, and I kind of reconnected with Dylan at one point, and Sam and I wanted to start a band, and then I knew Charlie from high school, so it all kind of like came together at the same time, and we all were operating in the same group of friends and people and stuff. So, but yeah, we all met at like school and music school in high school. So,
Are you allowed to say what music school or high school that is? Is it a school of rock? Is it a Silver Lake Conservatory? I ask that because growing up, like I thought nobody was from my high school who made it. But then years went by and I went, oh, that person, that person. Had I known that growing up, I would have thought, hey, there's a chance I can make it in entertainment, you know?
yeah. Um, Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, which school is it that you guys met at?
Oh,
Are you
which
allowed to
school?
say?
Yeah, no, it's the School of Rock. I did that. We did that for a while. Um, but and then the high school, Charlie and I went to a all Catholic or all boys Catholic high school, which I went to for 4 years and he only went to for I think one.
Got it.
But yeah, that's where I met Charlie.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the music here. I Can Fool Anybody in This Town is an EP. Are there more songs recorded and finished than what we hear on that EP?
Yeah, we just put out an album semi recent, like no in when was it? Like like oh shit.
Well, that album is called TV or Not
Yes,
TV.
that's the
I was
one. Yeah.
I was letting you lead into it. Sometimes as an interviewer, you play dumb to kind of like fish for the answer. So I
Yeah.
was playing dumb there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Yes, we just put out a record, TV or Not TV, which are the songs following the EP, which are quite different than the EP.
Hmm.
Um and more of an evolution of whatever Lily is and will be. Yeah.
Sure. You are a very hard to describe band because, on one hand, I hear a lot of British influence, the early 2000s of that. Same time, I hear a bit of the Strokes and the New York City scene of the early 2000s. I also hear some new metal, some Biffy Clyro in there. How do you like to be thought of or described?
Um, hmm. I don't know. I feel like that's up for people who listen to it to, you know, describe it as. But I mean, obviously, it's like there are some obvious themes like post-punk and,
Hmm.
you know, hints of hardcore and hints of, you know, I don't know, shoegaze or whatever. But I think, I guess it would be nice to be seen as, you know, subsequent music that we make is kind of maybe in the album's kind of structured in this way where it's not every song is the same vibe. I think there's like pockets of songs that are like some that are really or more experimental and like really heavy, and some that are like really soft and Dylan's almost like crooning on them, and then some are way more electronic and like bombastic.
Yeah.
And I think going forward too with what we're making now, I think it's just even more like, it's not one thing. I think it's cool to like be able to do a lot of things in different genres, dabble in them, because I think you pigeonhole yourself too, thinking about like, this is my genre, this is what we are. I think what someone is, what makes, I guess a band really cool is how multifaceted they are and how many genres they can tap into. Because at the end of the day, I think most artists want to do that. I don't know how financially feasible it is sometimes, to be honest, but I do think that that's one of the coolest things. And I think for us, we want to be able to do all those kinds of things. But yeah, I mean, the hope would be genreless, but there are obvious ones. It's not like there's no genre we fit into. Clearly there is, but I think with even the newer stuff we're making, it's even it makes the jump from the EP to TV or not TV, from TV not TV to what we're doing now, the same kind of thing, but maybe less jarring, I guess.
Less jarring.
Yeah.
But well, credit has to go to you between doing all these different genres, because when punk oriented music first started, the drummer was usually, this is my opinion, you don't have to agree, the drummer was usually the weakest person in the band. And then somehow in the early 2000s, punk drumming involved disco beats and drum fills, and you had to do all these different things. So you have to really change it up every song, unlike some of your bandmates.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think too, a lot of the songs start out very rhythmically, like with bass and drums. And then we add those elements. I mean, the newer songs we've been writing have more maybe melodic elements to them, but I think everything kind of really starts with the rhythm, and then we go off of that. So that's usually why most of the, to song this song, the beats are different, or there's a different feel to something.
And are we allowed to know about any of your side projects or any of the production work that you're doing outside of Lily? Or is it a secret and we have to wait?
Oh, no, it's really, I mean, mostly it's just for Lily. But on the side, my friend Max and I do production stuff, but it's mostly for Lily stuff.
Is there a name for that production duo, being a Max and Max kind of situation?
Oh, I mean, we've gone through a bunch of them, but I don't really have an official. I don't know if there will be an official, but I don't know. We have a lot of ideas. I'll put it that.
There you go. And you have some dates around the Los Angeles area that you did last month. Is there a full-scale US tour coming, or do we just have to wait with the state of the world and see what's going to happen?
Well, we do, which we were going to do at the end of January. We're doing at the end of March, like a West Coast run, for like 2 weeks. It might be more. I think we're adding dates to it. And then we have, I don't know if I should. I don't know. There's a tour in the summer. And I'm sure we'll do, there's the Bottle Rock Festival that's happening. And then there's other ones that are being booked right now. But yeah, I mean, we want to tour as much as possible.
Well, hurry up and wait and just keep checking the social media. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we're waiting, on the world a little bit, but I think come March and, it'll be okay.
Well, I've 2 more questions for you, if that's okay. They should be easy. Okay. The first one is, when you were doing all the School of Rock training, I've interviewed a lot of professional musicians who got their start in School of Rock, and a lot of them had some prog rock in there, like King Crimson, and they had a lot of Van Halen in the curriculum. Did you do King Crimson and or Van Halen as part of your schooling?
Oh, I definitely did. There was what was it? I think it was literally a Van Halen show. You know, like they do tributes to bands, and then you play like the director of the show does, like, he picks like, I don't know how many songs, like an album worth of songs, and then everybody gets chosen to pick a play on them. But yeah, Van Halen was one of the first shows I ever did, actually. And I played what did I play? I played
Probably the 1984 album.
yes. What was that? I know I tried to learn Hot for Teacher. That was like my
That's hard.
introduction to the double pedal, and I was like, I can't do this. That was, oh my God, what was the freaking song I played?
Jump, Panama, Drop Dead Legs.
Ice Cream Man?
Oh, Ice Cream Man. Okay.
Yeah, I think I played that one. And then I think I played oh my, Running with the Devil.
Cool songs with
I
good
think those were
swing.
the two songs I played in that show. But yeah, it was Van Halen for sure. But I love King Crimson too.
You got taste. Well, my last question is, do you have a TV recommendation you could pass along? My wife and I, anytime we find a new show, we kind of finish it in like 4 days, and then we go, what's next? What's a show or two shows that we should be watching?
Well, okay. There's a couple. I feel like, you watched Succession yet?
I've heard it's great. I interviewed Alan Ruck, but I haven't seen it. It's good.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's really good. It feels like I wasn't old enough to be sentient around this time, but like I
Big
did
word,
watch
sentient.
yeah, sentient. I did rewatch The Sopranos, or sorry, watch it for the first time recently.
Yeah.
And that golden age of, like, from what I hear and what I've read, is like that television where everybody was waiting every week to watch it. Succession kind of feels like a show in that era, except shot like The Office, but serious and funny. And also Will Ferrell produces it. I didn't know Will Ferrell produced. He also produced like another show on Netflix I hear is pretty good. But yes, Succession's great. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've seen recently. If you haven't watched The Sopranos, watch The Sopranos.
I'm old enough to have watched The Sopranos when it was on the air, and also interviewed half the cast.
Really?
Yeah. At this point in time, everyone from The Sopranos is still working, so you're always going to get them on an indie film junket, or they have a podcast, or they have a live concert. They're not going away.
That's really cool.
What? Hey, it's been great to interview you, and I hope to see you live in New York whenever that mystery tour is announced and happening.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Max. Have a great rest of the day, man.
You too.
Take care.
Paltrocast.